everybody, and welcome to another week of Imagine If Live Talk Show. You have me, Imani Ferris, and Kakita. And today's topic is going to be about the homeless rate in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. After doing some research and actually observing our community, we noticed and seen a lot of different situations where the homeless people are one outside. We see a lot of them now, don't we?
Yeah, it's a lot of them now. It seems like it's more than what it used to be.
It's like every corner I go to, like honestly, on Fonda, like it's a homeless person. It used to just be downtown, and now it's actually more in our own residence. Like I don't know where you guys live, but I don't live far from Fond du Lac, and when I go down Fond du Lac, I got people sitting on the corner walking like in the middle of the street trying to collect change, and you got them on Capitol now, and get off the bridge
Right.
trying to collect change. You got them living in Tent City.
Yeah.
They all downtown. They under the bridges downtown. But what's really disturbing is that they're not. They're like it's not just like a. So we're more segregated than they are actually. So if you see the homeless people, it's a lot of homeless people. There's not really a you know different. Everybody homeless. Like what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
So it's no age difference. It's no different races. It's just the fact that they're homeless. That's what makes them similar. That they are homeless. So we do have some facts that we want to give you guys today about, what normally, how do you guys become homeless, and what we need to do to try to prevent being homeless, and things that we thought personally that we can do to try to prevent being homeless. So, sister, would you like to share some of your fun facts?
Yes. I discovered that. Well, this is a specific statistic from. It was a research that was done in January 2018. That any given night in Milwaukee, at least 1,600 people can be homeless and living on the street at a time. Like when we see, like we driving through the neighborhood, like you said, when you're on Bottom Black or coming from downtown, you may see a handful of, but just imagine it's actually over 4,000 people without a home. So where are all these people sleeping at? I know the shelters is probably not equipped to handle that number of people.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy. It's mind-boggling to me that it's that many people that's actually out here without a home.
Yeah, and then so like we thought that it was just like something that's going on in Wisconsin, but after doing further research, we realized that it's actually all over the world. So we got like 500,000 people homeless right now in the United States.
And homeless doesn't necessarily mean that they're, without a home and they're sleeping on the street or in a tent. The statistic for homelessness is living in a shelter, of course, living on the street, living in a motel or hotels, considered homeless, and people who are just couch surfing between friends and family members also mixed in with the statistic.
Yeah, and it's kind of sad because it's like it's whole families out there. If you got kids with their parents, their fathers, they're disabled. We also realize that it's a lot of mental disabled people that's out there, people with disabilities that's homeless. So they're not even just homeless, but they're not even receiving the medical attention that they need, which is kind of serious, guys. So it's like I know we all opening up new businesses. Yay! Shout out to all the independent entrepreneurs. But we do need to take a moment to think about what the economy needs. Like, what do we need in this community? What our society needs, and what really will help our economy. What are we doing to help the people? So don't just think of the check. There's really this is real life like problem people out there that need assistance right now. And we are not helping. And I noticed that I have a cousin and she like seeing a little boy at the store, and she made a post for him to get a job, to get his hair cut, and all this different stuff. And so when they, like, I guess with that one little post, you had different barbers coming through, and I do feel like that should be something that we should be able to deliver to people. Like, if you are homeless and you can present that you don't have a certain amount of income, it should be certain barbershops and certain places that you can go to receive this assistance if you are trying to receive a job. Because they do look at you. You know, when you go in places to try to get employment, they do try to look and see how are you presenting. So it's important that we try to help out people, not just because we want to be popular or because it makes us look good, just simply because these people need our help. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you're giving them a couple dollars, yeah, you know, it helps for a second. But actually helping these people make a resume will probably help, you know, to be honest. Like let's grab them and get their email or set them up an email, get their full information. Let's get these people to get them a phone, first of all, because having a phone, being homeless, a phone is important.
Yes, stay connected.
Stay connected. Because, like, there's a lot of different type of situations that happen with homeless people. I know there's, like, what did it say, 10? In Wisconsin, there's, like, one or two people going homeless every single day. And it's pretty sad because if you think about the rate or how many people that's in Wisconsin, when you think about how many like one person going homeless every day, that's a large amount of people going homeless. So then we thought of how do you get homeless? Like, how do you just wake up homeless? Like, what do you got to do to get homeless? And we discovered that it's all about spending habits.
Yeah, spending habits is a combination of stuff, really. And, I think one of the biggest misconceptions about homeless people is that they're all on drugs, and that's how they ended up where they are. And it's not necessarily that they're on drugs. It's totally different things that could lead up to it. Like veterans, they come back from war, from fighting for this country, for our freedom, and then they don't have the proper resources to help them to adjust back into, to the world without war, without bullets flying over their heads. PTSD that's not being addressed. It's also mental illness. The people who are, bipolar, schizophrenic, or whatever other mental illness is not being checked and it's not being treated properly. It's also domestic violence situations where women may be running away from the situation, or even men may be running away from the situation that's not, healthy for them, and they'd rather be on the street versus being, in this bad situation. So it's not just saying, when you see people on the street asking for money or whatever, like, oh, I'm not gonna get on the money, they're just gonna go buy some crack or whatever with it. That's not necessarily always the case. It's like, it's not good to stereotype and prejudge.
And then, okay, so let's just say that's what you think. Okay. So versus giving them the dollar, why don't you just take the dollar and go buy them a burger?
I've done that.
Because that's what I do personally. Like, obviously, I don't really have a lot of money. I have 3 children, and I am an entrepreneur, so I'm seeking money every day, different sources of income. So, but when I see people in need, it's a scripture that it says, like, if I'm hungry, you feed me. So I don't never know when it's my test, like when God tested me personally, or just saying like, oh, you here today, but you could be here tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I always try to give, but you gotta give what you have. I'm not saying just because you get up capable body, and go to work every day. They can too. There's a lot of them that can go to work. The Goodwill is a great place to hire disabled people, veterans. The Goodwill is a great job to have because they start you off at like $11 an hour. So for people who don't have nothing, I've made it once in my life off of $11 an hour. So I'm sure that they can too. I don't care what age you are when you're homeless. Some dollars better than no dollars. So my biggest thing for homeless people is I feel like it's a sense of just giving up to me. It's like, this is it. What's next? You know what I'm saying? And then you can get comfortable with receiving handouts. So don't ever get comfortable with depending on somebody else because this is probably what got you in that situation, setting your life up off of someone else. A lot of homeless, it's some homeless people that became homeless because of sudden deaths. So for example, say you're about 15 or 16 years old, 17 or 18, and you live with a relative or something, and they end up passing away. That's a sudden death homeless situation, and it puts you in a situation where you were dependent on one person, and now they're no longer here, and you don't have any other resources or outlets. So, is there anything you tell them like what they can do in regards to that?
Yeah, I think one of the ones that you mentioned was a good one. The talent bridge, that's a good one for resources. If you need assistance and help, they're more than happy to assist. I know the Sojourner Truth House also is a good resource that also helps assist with getting other women and children, back into housing. And there's another one in Waukesha, another shelter that I know for a fact is a good resource. Sorry, the name of it is escaping me right now, but that's another good resource. It's like a lot of these shelters. So my thing when it comes to assistance and public assistance is supposed to be a crutch. It's not supposed to be not a crutch. Excuse me, no. It's supposed to be a stepping stone to better, not a crutch.
Like a bridge.
Right.
It's
So
a bridge.
if you use those resources to your what they're for, you can definitely better yourself. Most of these shelters, that was mentioned the one in Waukesha, they'll help pay your rent and get you furniture and pay your security, possibly get you on your feet again. But it's up to you to therefore use it to make your situation better. If you just use it and then 3 months from now you're back out homeless again and you move into the shelter again and like, don't keep just using the same resources over and over again. It's supposed to be there to better yourself. That's just like with low income housing. It's supposed to be a stepping stone. It's not supposed to be for your generation to live in low income housing for the rest of your life. It's a stepping stone to help you better yourself. You have to want to better yourself. No one can want it for you.
I agree with that one. So there is a lot of different resources, guys. You got the community advocate program. You got the Ross Maximus. These are workforce places here in Milwaukee. Ross is located on 76. I used to work there, so that is a good place to go to if you need any kind of resource, or if you're homeless and you're seeking shelter, go there. You can always contact 211. 211 is a public service, so if you need assistance with any kind of lights, gas, stoves, refrigerators, beds for your kids, anywhere you live, you can contact 211, and that's the number that they provided for public assistance for the community, and that's anywhere you live. So it's just like 911 and 411. If you need assistance, you can always contact 211. So you in Chicago, Indiana, Detroit, Mississippi, you can contact 211 and you can receive assistance. If you don't have the Ross program or the Maximus or the Community Advocates program, once you contact 211, they should give you the nearest location. Or Salvation Army is everywhere. Um, Blue Cross Blue Shield is another one. So please, guys, grab onto these resources and use them for your advantage or your benefits because they're there. That's what they're like. People go to work every day and clock in, ready and willing to help you. But you gotta reach out. Like, we can't give you assistance if you don't want it. So, and I know, it's not that many people that has cell phones that probably didn't see this. So, if you know someone that's homeless, and if you're riding down by 10 City, which a lot of us beautiful people have jobs downtown, and you happen to see a homeless person and you don't have any money to give them, you can always give them these valuable resources that we offer right now because that might change their life, okay? We also have a free cell phone because let's just be honest. Say the person wants a job, but you don't have a way of communicating to people. How are you going to be able to get a job? How are they going to contact you and let you know that you got the job if you don't have a way of communicating? And then Sojourner Truth has a program where if you enroll, they have a men and women program where if you enroll in their program that they actually have a housing, like some type of housing assistance, and they have like habitat homes. So if you go in a program and you get your job and you save a certain amount of money, you qualify automatically for a habitat home, and they put you in that right away. As soon as you go in there. So if you are in a battered relationship, or you are if you are disabled, or you have mental illnesses, or if you just became unemployed and you are seeking any kind of resources, once again, please contact 211. They're designed to help you. Reach out to your nearest community advocates. Um, that's the community advocate, right? They help you with your energy assistance, with your like. They also give you rent and stuff. I heard like rent assistance.
Yeah, they work with their landlord as far as deposit paying rental. So,
Okay, and then you got housing authority. Contact your nearest contact your nearest housing authority. Because, and I'm pretty sure every city and state has a housing authority. So reach out to your nearest housing authority. I'm sure 211 can get you that number too if you reach out to them. So these are just different places that you can probably go to get help. Like I know they have like normally, like she said, low income housing, or I don't even know if it's just like temporary housing. I'm not 100% sure, but I do know that if you reach out to them, I've even had to reach out to two of them a couple of times in my life. So don't feel ashamed. We are human, and this is what this program is designed for. You can have people walk around like they don't need these programs or they never use them. But I'm one person to tell you, I'm a single mother. I have three children. I've almost been homeless before in my life, okay? And if it wasn't for these programs, I would have been homeless. But it all goes back into that statement that I said. You can't give up on yourself. You can't give up on your family. This is your life. You are the driving force of your future. So you cannot just lay down and give up. You know, people will throw, like, in life, you have blocks and road stones and mountains sometimes. But if you are, you know, determined to be successful, determined to win, you just keep pushing. It's like you said, you just gotta keep pushing that stuff out your way until you push your way through, and eventually you will see the light. I'm not gonna front like it's gonna ever get easy because it don't. Life is not easy. No one said, "Oh, well, when you live it, girl, it's just gonna be a breeze." Even if you get that rich man that we always wanted, that doesn't make life easy. Even if you get to the top of the peak with the most money, that don't really mean that your problem is over. I've seen people be rich as ever with no worries one day, and then get that phone call and say, "Hey, the deal didn't go through," or "Hey, you know they don't want you anymore." And it's like you went from making millions of dollars in one day to then making nothing, and you got this $1 million lifestyle, and you don't have enough to maintain it. This is where a lot of crimes and stuff come into play. So
I read something a while ago that I thought that was interesting and that kind of ties into what you were saying is that most Americans are one paycheck away from being homeless. So think about that. The next time you turn your nose up at somebody's situation and oh well, they should probably do this X, Y, Z better. One paycheck away from homelessness. That's why I never, you know, if I have it to give, I will. I may not always be money. You know, if I like, I was in the gas station one time. The homeless guy came to use the restroom. The Arab at the gas station was kind of turning his nose up and didn't want him in the gas station. So I said, "Excuse me, you know, did you want some water? Because it's a night, you know, it's a hot day outside. Is it something that you need?" And he doesn't have no money. I didn't ask you if he had any money because I was going to pay for it. So I told him go get what you need or whatever, and he went and got a few necessities. And it wasn't going to hurt me to help this man out because I didn't need. Another time, I've given the coat off my back in a snowstorm before to people because I never know when it may be me.
that's a good thing.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, so while you have it, you do, because God is watching us. Let's just be honest. So everything we have is tested, and this is a story of Job. Everything you got could be taken away. So, and I've been tested with it myself, honestly, recently. Thank God I'm really in a position where I can't really care because I got so much stuff going on right in my life. I can't let one little thing stop me. You know what I'm saying? And no matter how important that other people might look at that one thing to me personally, because I can't give up on myself, because I have the driven force to be successful, I'm not giving up on myself. You know, and then in life you do have haters, you have people that sit back and concentrate on you to lose. Sit back and talk so much bad on your name that it's like the crab in the bucket thing. Like you surrounded by people you think want to see you win, but realistically they don't. No one really, and it's even for myself. I had to check myself a couple of times. Nobody want to see you be like you don't want to be the loser. No human being wants to be the loser. So if you surround by yourself with a whole bunch of winners, it's going to eventually make you either one want to kill them or two become a winner, right? Hopefully you pick two. And just want to be a winner and not just be a hater and try. But these are real life stories. This is stuff that happen every day. Now I know we going a little to let, but still all in the same thing. You can't give up on yourself. Like you have to continue to move forward. You cannot let small little stones or even the biggest mountain stop you from where you gotta go. You gotta always have like backup plans and the plan B's and all that stuff because things don't go smooth as sailing. Like I remember one day getting in my car, cranking it up, ready to go, bump on my music, and boom, there goes flat. You know. And then so what the dude was like, yeah, you fired. Okay, well, whatever. Like you gotta be prepared. This is why they also have programs called the unemployment. So please know that you are capable of getting it. If you get fired or terminated or you leave your job, whatever the case is, you got programs set up so you don't have to just become homeless. Okay? But here's goes into the last episode or a couple episodes ago when I said it's important to try to get multiple sources of income. Because you don't want to have some, I'm sorry, punk, excuse my French dad, punk motherfucker come look you in your face and say, I'm sorry, we don't want you, or we don't need you, or I'm not going to change who I am, whatever, what you going to do. You don't want that, because if it happened, you're going to have to be like TNA and be like, look, this is what I'm going to do. Peace. Deuces, bitch, I got multiple income, period. Know me. You don't know me, period, okay? But not to get too bougie with it or brag about it, because it's not good. It's good to be stable and have that stable source of income and know what you got going on and be able to live your best life. That's cool. But don't let that make or break your life. What I'm saying is have something set up for yourself. So if that don't work out, you got other things that's going for you. Now I know it takes time to get there. That ain't something I just woke up and went like, oh yeah, I gotta have this and that. And that's also a blessing for me personally. So don't like I'm not bragging or nothing. I'm just saying it's good to have those different sources of income. So if something like that happens to you, you don't worry about it. Or has trades and different skills. So if something like that happens, you can go trade and get something right away.
Being employable. So not just saying that you have a job, but just having the skills when you're employable. Like if I lose my job today, I can go apply to another company and I'm going to pick up right away because I have skills and work history that shows I'm employable. I'm a valuable asset to a company. Even though I can easily replace, but I'm also a value. I can add value to a company. So
Yeah. Yeah. So employment is important, but being independent is even more important. Never settling for just certain things is important. Like you got to be able to think outside the box 24/7. So going to work every day and punching in is cool, but always know that that's how a lot of these people are homeless because that's what they were settling with. Going to work, punching in, and that's cool. Like one day, eventually, so you don't have to worry or deal about, the next person saying, "Oh, we don't need you," or whatever the case is. Um, that comes with having your own business. That comes with having a partner business. So you basically have the say so you run it. It's like you planning your own schedules and all this stuff. Because I mean, think about life itself. Keeping a position or maintaining a position is not easy. And normally, this being 100, you are answering to somebody who normally does not appreciate you. They don't care whether you're dead or alive. They only care are you on or are you off. That's all they care about. Okay. So, and like she says, the moment you miss or the moment they say, you say, I'm going to a different place or you died or whatever the case is, they're just going to go hire somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So, why be so dedicated and loyal to some shit like that? Like, dedicate and be loyal to yourself and your own future. So, with that being said, education is very important. If you ever in a position where you do lose your job and you don't have a way, confused and you can't get a job, go to law school. That's fine. They give you enough money so when you get your paycheck, your school money, you can actually pay your rent out for months in advance. And you should be straight and don't have to worry about at least housing. And then you can hopefully apply for food share and receive food share and get your school money. And that should be able to keep you on the least level of surviving and keeping the house. Then another thing that's important is like our last episode, stand in your lane. Don't try to get a job that makes $15 an hour and get a house that's $1,500 a month. It doesn't make sense. You pushing the cart before the horses. You need to calm down. You need to stay in your lane and get you a $500, $600, $700 house so you can get the savings ahead. And then once you save significantly, that's when you can go get you the $1,500 house because your money backs you up. The job so much don't, but the money do, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and school and being an entrepreneur is not for everybody that may not be your lane. So maybe pick up a trade. There's a lot of trades where it doesn't require a lot of education or going to school or traditional classes, I should say.
Or experience.
Right, you could be get an apprenticeship and learn a trade. And these people who are electricians and plumbers, they're making a lot of money.
Welders,
right,
barbers, CNAs, and shout out to all our independent people that did take the initiative to go do and be for yourself. Shout out to those people. Shout out to the people that wake up every single day and go to work because they like that little roof over their head. Shout out to the people that is entrepreneurs and they said, I can't do this job. I love myself and I know I can do this for myself. Because those are the people whose stores we go in when we buy these shirts and stuff. These people didn't just wake up and they didn't just go to work. And one day they walked out on their own and believed in themselves. And they took that same passion and that same drive that they went to work and went and focused on themselves. That's the places that we shop at. So shout out to those people because if we didn't think of that, we probably wouldn't have an academy. We wouldn't have nothing more for ourselves. So thanks. And big ups to all the people that's currently trying to pursue something. God bless you guys. And for the people that's homeless, if you guys need any type of resources or if your family is watching, hopefully they care about you enough to at least call 211. Call 211 before you got to end up calling 911. And the reason we say that is because it gets cold outside, it gets really hot outside. It's really dangerous outside. It's a lot of different stories that we hear: sex trafficking, armed robbery, rapes, all kind of weird stuff that go on. So people don't really know until you don't have it what these little thin walls do for us. You know what I'm saying? Like as I'm getting dressed, there's not a creek watching me because I got these little walls. This one little wall keep me away from the dude outside with the knife in the back, like that. You know what I mean? So be like, might not think of it, but once you don't have it, that's when you start thinking like, dang, I can't even get in the shower. I can't even take a piss, or I can't even microwave my food, or you know what I mean? I can't do this. It's a lot of stuff you can't do. So what you can do is stay on track, manage your spending habits, get you a savings going on for yourself, and just never settle for just everyday stuff. Like sometimes I buy trips, hairdos, nails. It's not important. Don't try to keep up with the Jones because the Jones ain't gonna open that door for you. For real. So, and then another thing is make sure you got you a circle that ride for you. Because if you hang with people that you get homeless, you can't go stay with them, them ain't your people. For real. You shouldn't be homeless if you got friends. To be honest. So I do question the homeless. Like I question them because it's like how now we did realize that there's different levels of homeless. You got the mental illness, the disabled, the kids who like mom just passed away and I refuse to be getting molested and stuff in these foster homes. Or the people who in the foster home and they get treated right so they run away and now they're homeless. You got all these different levels of homelessness. So for the people who can't control their situations, my heart pours out to you. And if we can do something, honestly, we can take a donation. We can, you guys clear out your closets and y'all find clothes and stuff that y'all don't need. If y'all want to give them to us so we can go down to Tent City and get them out to Tent City, we would greatly appreciate the donation. So we currently accepting homeless shelter donations, guys. We got a whole bucket for homeless people. So once we fill that up, we're going to go down there and give the homeless people plain t-shirts. And so anybody that want to participate with us with the homeless giveaway, Clear out your closet. The stuff that you would normally give to the Goodwill who turns around and sell it, please give it to us so we can give it to the people who need it without a fee. This is out the kindness of our hearts. Don't just give us stuff with holes and rips in it. Please give us stuff that, like, they appreciate. Like, you know what I mean?
And then to touch on what you were just, the direction that you were just going about friends and family and stuff, a lot of times it's pride. Just because they're homeless doesn't mean that they're not still a prideful person and they don't want to ask for assistance. I know somebody whose relative was homeless and, they spot them out on the street every now and then. They would give them something to eat or maybe pay for a hotel, but they won't stay with them. They won't stay with them because they don't want to put that burden on their family member. So they would rather be on the street and try to do what they need to do to survive and get themselves back right versus leaning on their family. So and that's it's not always about friends or family won't let you stay. A lot of times they don't want to stay.
Well, I do have an ex-friend that was like that. Like, she's so stubborn and she's so prideful. And being prideful isn't in the Bible. Like, when God bless you, you can take pride in the will that He gave you. But being prideful is like a sin. You're not supposed to be prideful. You're supposed to be honored, or you can take pride in the things you do, but you're not supposed to have too much pride to where you're willing to put yourself in harmful situations, or too much pride to like get resources or get a job, or like, you're not better than anybody else. If we can do it, you can too. If you was better than anybody else, I'm pretty sure you'll be in the royal bloodline. You probably would be labeled a king or queen. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's thinking that you're better because I won't ask for help or reach out a lot of times when I'm struggling with something. I just of course not homelessness, but if I'm struggling with something, I won't reach out. I will keep it to myself. It's not because I'm just like I'm too good to share my issues or my problems with my friends and family. It's just because I don't want to burden my friends or family with the situation. Like, my problem to me may seem so big, but they may be going through something that's just big. And it's like, damn, now they put my issues off on you and you going through your own shit. Like, you can't help me if you going through your own shit. I mean, that's kind of what it is to me. Not saying like that's what the homeless thing. That's my perspective.
That's true. Think about it, guys. I don't know one person that don't have their own story to tell.
Right.
I don't know one person whose life is golden. Not one. Even now, like I told my friend today, she was like, "Oh, I'm trying to get money. I need money. Money is gonna make me happy." I'm like, "I hope money do make you happy, because for my studies and research, money ain't the key of happiness for sure." So you're gonna be so mad that you did all this hustling and saving and sacrificing just to get to the end of the tunnel, still feel like shit. Like, it's better to develop real, genuine relationships. Because with real, genuine relationships, you don't need money. I promise you don't. And I realized that at the Pearls for Girls thing, we had a darn good time. Grand time. And we was all using what God blessed us with. Like, it wasn't like people was talking and applauding and appreciating and complimenting. You had the girls that was dancing, no money, all just our own talents. People singing. Where's the money spent? This is all talents that God blessed us with. So when you got those kind of talents, why not make money off those? Like, I know people in New York that's like homeless or less fortunate, and they don't have a job, but they like get them a little singing thing going on out there with a bucket, And then it's like, instead of just sitting out asking for stuff and expecting us people who go to work every day to just give you our hard-earned money, at least you actually performing or doing something for them. So it's like an entertainment fee. It's like, oh yeah, I might give you $3. Boom, you just have laughing for like 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny you said that because not to get off topic or whatever, but I remember being unemployed and getting unemployment, and I had so much fun. Like, I did so much. Like, summer was lit. Like, I went to all the festivals. Like, there was no worries. I wasn't stressed out. My health was A1. As soon as I got a job, making a whole lot more money, and I even got less bills. It's kind of like, well, goddamn. Like, I should give me an unemployment check. Like, I did so much more. When I didn't have a job, traveling.
It's the stress of having a job.
Yeah.
You got somebody that's monitoring your every move, watching your breathes, your farts, your sniffs. Like, it's weird, telling you more that you're doing something wrong than that you're doing something right. I don't know a lot of jobs, which I cannot wait. Like, I have a business already, but it's not a business where I have a lot of people that I hire. But this next thing I got going on, I'm hiring people. And me and my little sister got something so smooth going on where that's going to be our actual job is to hire people. So once I do get this position where I'm able to just hire people and treat them like they are the kings and queens of my life, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Because when you don't, you get people like me afterwards, and when they leave your company, I'm a vindictive person. I'm sorry to say, and Lord, please camp your angels around my poor little soul. But I don't like people to try to come for me and treat me wrong. And when you do, you better watch yourself. I'm telling you. So you better make sure all your T's is dotted, crossed, and all your I's is dotted. Because you can't fuck with a person like me. When you try to shice me, I'll okay, anyway, but no, so back to the subject. You gotta basically prepare for the next level. We never know what the next level is or when the next level is coming. But in life, there's always levels. There's never it's never just smooth. Like, it's always levels. So you gotta get prepared for all these different levels we got in our life. You got kids, you got jobs, you got weddings, you got deaths. These are all different levels that we go through in life. And it actually makes or breaks us whether we see it or not. Having a child makes it break you. Having a death makes it break you. Having a wedding makes it break you. So all the stuff you have to prepare for. And if I can say one thing, I would just say manage your own spending habits and prepare for the future. Get a good savings account. Shout out to Wells Fargo. Be more hearers. We're going to have to manage that. Get you a good checking account. Find out about savings and 401k plans. Oh my God. Yeah. Get you a 401k. That's important because when you on hard times, if you know about 401 and like look into your 401k. I know people who then like rebuy their own lives off of 401k. It was almost there. Like, and it was like, oh yeah, what about that 401 though? You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. I'm telling you, lean on it. It's set up for that. If you guys got unions, contact your union, get more information about the union. Um, and y'all, for some people who pay life insurance, y'all they gotta where if you've been paying for life insurance for like 10 years and you ain't died yet, you actually can go borrow some of your money back. Like, bro, I ain't dead.
And that's get morbid, but I was having a conversation with my father about this, and it's true. Like other people, family has generational wealth because they take out $100,000 life insurance policies, $50,000 life insurance policies, and they give it to their kids and their grandkids, and that's how they get rich. We got GoFundMe's and sell dinners when our people die. Just imagine if you had a $50,000 life insurance policy on no baby man, ran from the police and killed his damn self, $8,000 for a funeral, that leaves you with $42,000 left. Yeah. Do the math. I mean, it's like that's what it's there for, and that's how other people, families are getting rich. And now you can take that $42,000 and invest it in something in honor of little man that killed himself running from the police and stolen car. I mean, let's start working on that too. Let's stop selling dinners and have a GoFundMe to bury our loved ones and get life insurance policies. It's like $10 a month for some policies to get $20,000. And like I said, funeral expenses is not that much. So you take a small amount and pay for the funeral. You got this what left over right here to invest, to pay off some bills, to do other things, to build your generational wealth up.
So you gotta take time and do some resources while you got an opportunity to. While you got walls, take it serious because this is all a blessing that we got this stuff. So don't take it for granted. Take it serious, and while you sitting in the comfort of your own house, getting ready to go to work, have a plan. And the plan could be simply, okay, well, what if they ever fire me? What am I gonna do? Okay, I can contact unemployment right away. I can reach out to my 401k. I can enroll in school. I can call 211. I can do all these different things. Have that plan set up because Honestly, you got like what 15 to 35 people to get fired, if not more, 100 people get fired. We ain't do this study. So I'm just speaking out realistically numbers. Like for real, a good 50 people get fired every day. You know what I'm saying? For real. That's just my job. That's what I'm saying. So if that happens to you, you have to prepare yourself for what's next. Your kids got to eat. Reach out to the W-2 agencies too. So call all the W-2 agencies, all the workforces, and then give yourself a 2 month frame. Say in 2 months, I need to. In 1 month, I need a resume update. I need to apply for at least 5 or 10 jobs a day or a week. Give yourself a weekly goal, like okay, and then a daily goal for yourself. So every day, even if you go work out, make yourself feel good, if that makes sense. So just because you homeless, don't mean you gotta be homeless. You can still go play, live your best life homeless. Like,
so you could go to the UMOS and Ross now to update your resume. So you can even go to the library. The library has free computers. It's like a 2 3 hour time frame that you can use the computer for. Like, there's a lot of research out there.
I notice people go to the hospital for some reason. Like homeless people, I don't know why, but I see a lot of homeless people in the hospital.
Just to get off the street for the night.
That's sad. Yeah. Because I went to St. Joseph. I was at St. Joseph and I seen like 15 homeless people in the little waiting room. They don't put them out either.
Yeah. That's another thing I know. My brother was telling me about, and I even seen a news article on the news, and we had this conversation. It's crazy. I seen a news article on the news that sometimes they can even commit crimes just so they can go to jail and have a free place to stay.
I seen that. I seen that with my own eyes. I seen it was like, I ain't do nothing major, so I'm gonna get out in like 6 days. Like, okay, that's cool. I can eat for 6 days. I'm like, dang, that's really sad, though.
Yeah.
Like he was geeked about going to jail just so he could do 6 days, eat and stuff, and then get back out here. Right. And they was like, we know it's your routine. You go do misdemeanor crimes every week, so you can do about 6 or 7 days.
Yeah.
And they told him eventually these crimes are gonna catch up with you because it's like it's a tally, it's they tally and everything. So
yeah.
Even though
it was this one guy that did that. It was maybe a couple of months ago. He went and like just hit somebody in the head with something. Like no, seriously, like he was just on a sprinter, just hit people in the head. Like, and when they called him, they asked him why, and that was his reason why, right? Because shit is getting cold outside, and I need some place to stay. Like I needed to get off the street.
Yeah, I personally have been experiencing a lot of different homeless situations myself, just in my family. And if I could say one thing, like with my family, I think it is money. Yeah. And when you see people just manipulate their own money and their own lives, it's like, why do you want to help them? Because you got people with multiple people homeless. It's like a boyfriend and a girlfriend, or a son and a daughter. Okay, if the son over 18, that nigga get a job. You would get a job. Yeah. So that's 2 jobs y'all can have, which will only take. And then they got shelters. Let's just be honest. So you can go to a shelter, you can go get you a job, and you can change your homeless situation in a matter of 2 months at the most. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say give yourself a 2 month period. Because if you really determined not to be homeless, then you'll go roll in the shelter and then you go find you a job. Whether it's McDonald's or cleaning ass toilets, whatever. Find you a job. Don't feel like, honestly, y'all, I've reached a low point in my life where I've went in waitress and made $2.33 an hour. You know what I'm saying? I've made $24 an hour in my life. More than that, honestly, with bonuses and kind of stuff. My point to say is, you can't. You think I'm gonna give up on me and my kids? No.
Humble yourself. Yeah.
And sometimes it's God humbling you. Because I was the one. I never thought I was better than people, but I thought my life was like straight. And I was like, yeah, get your life like mine. I didn't think I was better than you. Because I know we all can just get shot and die any day now, and I can just be the dead bitch with the Gucci going on. But I'm serious, like just dead with the Gucci going on. For no reason, just shot. No, but for real, like it was an innocent woman just driving her kids one day, and they was like lit listening to music, and they was like at a light on Sherman and North or 27th and North or something. between Center and North of Center and something North between Sherman and 27 and North and Center. One of them intersections. It was like a few years ago. And the woman was at a red light. She heard gunshots and gun. Like just imagine you hearing gunshots, 3 rounds, and the last one in your head, and she died. With her kids, they were just listening to Now Watch Me Live. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden she did. So those are sudden homeless situations. Now them kids just went from having a mama that they could depend on to now you homeless. It's some kids that's 17, like I ain't going to no group home. You already sad because your mama died. Now you gotta go, and then kids are cruel. Oh, they don't get it. They don't want to get it. They don't care to get it. They just want you to feel like shit and want you to kill yourself. That's what kids do. They will talk about you. They don't care if your daddy just got burnt up in the fire and none of that. They don't care. They'll talk about you like a dog. So kids, please be more mindful to other people's circumstances. You don't know what's going on in people's life. Just like this story I just told y'all, you got people that drive in the street and just get killed, and now their kids is homeless. That's not no reason to talk about them. If you're a real person, you'll grab them, hug them, embrace them, and then tell them about 211 and get some resources. Just to be honest. So, thanks everybody for joining in. We appreciate everybody. We noticing that our viewers is going up during our shows. Sorry that we are not in a position to talk to you guys on site, but most definitely when we done with the show, we normally go back and comment and say thank you guys. But we do want to let y'all know without y'all, it's really no purpose to do it. So we really appreciate anybody that tune in and watch us. And even if you miss it, it's there. So normally when we done with the show, we send our links to everybody, messengers and different pages and stuff to tell y'all to follow us and subscribe. If you guys are not our friends on YouTube, please go and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Imagine If Talk Show. We also have Facebook and Instagram going at this moment, so please subscribe or follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Imagine If Live Talk Show or Imagine If Talk Show. We also have our event that's on August 11th. Just a reminder, we are still accepting donations for school supplies. Anything you want to donate, health supplies, anything at all. I know this past weekend, I'm not sure when it ends, but Staples, all of their school supplies right now is 50 cents, folders, notebooks, crayons. Pick and Save had 4 notebooks for $1. Walgreens has 50 cents, 25 cents. Like there's all type of discounts for everybody. So if you want to donate anything to help us make sure our kids have a successful school year, or at least give them a head start on a successful school year with the tools that they need, please either hit up myself, she either incognito Edwards on Facebook, or if you know me personally and you have my contact information. Also, my peers inbox, if you know personally, hit her up. Let's get the school supplies donated so we can have a successful back to school drive on August 11th. And hopefully you guys will come out and join us August 11th at Washington Park. Yes, speaking of coming and joining us, our collaboration time is cut off at this moment. So if you did not join us with the collaboration for this event, you are not. I don't want to say it like that, but we don't.
We want to see you though.
We want you to come.
Yeah,
but in regards to the actual tables, our tables are filled now. Shout out to Newborn Society for filling up them tables. Newborn Society wants to join us on August 11th. So imagine if our movement could provide a newborn society. I thought that alone was pretty dope. So that's my nephew. He got a t-shirt brand, and his movement is extremely dope, y'all. Join his page, follow his movement, Newborn Society. He got an event coming with us on August 11th, and he'll also be out. He got the nightlife going. So for you people who like the nightlife and you like to get comfy, join him. I'll let y'all know on my next show next week where his next location will be, or he'll tell you at our event on the 11th. So make sure you come out. We got free things going on, free food, free bags, free school supplies. All we ask is that you come and spend a little time to get a little resources and awareness from us. And after that, you lost. Yeah. So thank you guys for joining us. Sister, you want to add on anything? No? All right. Well, thanks again for joining us, guys. See you next week.